So I bet you're wondering, am I having fun? Well, I'm at level 20 now. The trial is over. What is next? Have I had fun? Well, yes. Yes, I have. I have had a great time. So here we go. We resubbing. And let's get into it properly. So I think the best place to start is to talk about the questing experience that I've had so far. So as we discovered last time, once you hit level 10, it wants you to go to the Dragon Isles. Now you don't have to. I could have stayed and continued what I was doing, but it flashes up on your screen and it tells you to go there, so I just assume that's going to be the best course of action. Now that makes some sense because it's the most recent content. Blizzard will want to show you what's fresh and new. And aside from the War Within, that's what it is. But it does feel like a bit of a mess because I turn up in the Dragon Isles and for some reason I do so much damage and everything dies really easily and I take 0 damage. I'm assuming that's level scaling and it's a bit of a mess, but I'm just pressing buttons and you're not really playing the game much because you're not really interacting with anything in the combat. Things just die so fast. Now I've already done the Dragonflight content. I've played through the game before, up until the first patch anyway, then I quit. But I have done that content. I didn't really want to do it again, and it was okay at the time, but now with level scaling in realistically knowing I'm not going to finish Dragonflight, it's less exciting. Because I'm getting renown and rep for these factions that I am going to stop interacting with as soon as I get to level 68. Obviously, I could go back and do, the content again, absolutely fine, but I'm not going to at this moment in time. I'm going to get straight into the War Within, so everything I'm doing feels kind of pointless. So, enter the timewalking dungeon. Now, this is how everyone levels, realistically. When timewalking season's on, that is alt season. Get your alts up and just queue all day. Now, as I'm a tank, I am getting instantaneous queue, so I was going to quest and dungeon at the same time, but there's no point. I just get straight into queues. Now I'm having a great time with the timewalking dungeons as well. I've came back during Classic season, which is interesting because I've just been smashing those dungeons on Classic, so we're going to do them again, but this time I have loads of buttons. And obviously we know the combat in WoW is fantastic. It is smooth, it is clean, I feel great, heroic leaping everywhere. And with timewalking dungeons, you do about 3 levels per run. It's insane. Now, this does overwhelm me at times that when I finish a timewalking dungeon, I just end up with loads of talent points. So I have to come out, I've got to figure out what to do with my 3 talent points. And at this moment in time, I have no idea what to do with them. Now, obviously, we know as soon as you get a max level, you just open Wowhead and copy and paste the import string, and there you go, there's your build. But as I'm leveling, I'm trying not to do that. I'm just putting talents into what I think sounds cool. I haven't played a warrior since BFA, and I haven't played a prot warrior since ever. So it's quite interesting for me. While it is overwhelming getting 3 talent points, having to figure out what to do, and then getting 3 new abilities and all this stuff, it is a bit more fun at the minute. The talent trees are massive. Some stuff's just passives. I like passives. Some stuff completely changes what I'm doing. And then there's a bit of character growth there, so that is quite cool. And I know the War Within's expanded on these talent trees. So you obviously have your spec and your class talent tree, which will be maxed out by the time I'm 70. And then it introduces the War Within hero talents. I've not really looked too much into them. I know a lot of them are very fit with the lore quite well, so you can have like Dark Ranger for a hunter as an example. I'm not too sure about the warrior ones, but either way, very excited to see those. But swapping the dungeons was absolutely the play. While it is crazy how fast you level, that is kind of part of it. I don't want to be in the Dragonflight content, I want to get into the War Within. And I don't want to give Blizzard £40 to get there. The time walking's just an added bonus that it's even faster, and I've got a chance of getting the mount, which, as you'd expect, has not dropped. But obviously, there are other rewards as well. To add to my perfect little timing for topping up again, is there is a buff on at the moment that gives you increased rep in Dragonflight, increased rep in the War Within, increased XP, and satchels. I believe the satchels come from doing quests and certain content, but those satchels just give you gear. So while I'm getting time walking gear, I'm also getting even more gear. It's cool. Everyone likes free gear. Those satchels are going to come in handy massively in the War Within content, assuming they don't take that buff away. No idea when the event ends. But basically, the time walking gear obviously does scale a bit, But once I enter the War Within content, the gear I gained 30 levels ago is not going to be sufficient. So, enter the satchels, and my warrior is going to be juiced. So what's the plan from here? Where am I going? Well, I'm going to keep doing time walking dungeons, and I'm not going to stop doing time walking dungeons until I'm level 68 or 70, whenever the War Within quest pops up, basically. And then from there, obviously, I am going to do the War Within. I am going to do the campaign and get very, very amongst the lore and find out what the storyline's like at the moment. Well, the story in Dragonflight was good, and I believe the War Within has expanded on that, or at least is further expanding on it, and we've got rid of half of the cosmic spookiness in the jailer, and we don't talk about him anymore. We've got Xalatath and her feet. Though, despite not playing all the way through Dragonflight, I generally follow all the lore still from watching everybody's favourite YouTuber, Noble. So I know what's going on. So I'm very excited to see where they take this and how it sort of progresses. I know a bit of what's going on, but I've never really experienced the cinematics, and I've not been watching too many videos on it yet, so it's all mostly going to be a surprise. But yep, that is the plan anyway. If you've been leveling new characters, what's your process? Do you smash time walking dungeons? Do you do the Warlords of Draenor? Or do you have some other magical way you get your characters to max level? Or do you just give Blizzard the money? That is also fine. If you would like to watch all of this live, then feel free to stop by my live stream. I'll be streaming on Twitch at TurtleRespec and here on YouTube as well. If you're enjoying these videos, please do give it a like and drop me a sub, and episode 3 will be coming soon. Thank you very much for watching.